Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Well, as you can see, we're going to do some heat foiling. Yay! I'm so excited. I love this. This is Spellbinders Glimmer Machine and the Spellbinders Platinum 6 that I have, which you can use this Glimmer machine in your Big Shot, and there may be some other machines that you can use it in association with. But I know for sure, of course, the Platinum and the Big Shot. All right, and so when you do that, you're not going to use any platforms or anything. You're just going to use this piece that comes out. So those of you that don't know, okay, this is a Glimmer machine. This is the whole shoot and match. There's part of this that will come out. You just turn it on. You see the little power light that comes on. I went ahead and put my plate down just so it can be heating up, and that's what it's doing. You can, I mean, it's not like super hot. You can touch, but you don't want to keep your hand there because it does get pretty warm. And pretty soon this platinum platform ready light will come on. All right, and what we're going to be using is the brand new hot off the press stylish oval floral bird hot foil plate, and then it has some stencils. There's a set of 6 layering stencils that we're going to use to color this with. I have my little handy dandy heat mat here and my handy dandy picker up tool. This is magnetic, so you pick it up, set it on this here little button, you release the magnet and it'll drop on there. But it does get pretty hot. You don't want to like pick it up with your hands and all that because it's pretty warm. I am using some just smooth cardstock. Spellbinders make some super smooth white cardstock that we actually have in the store. I need to get some because I know it'll make a difference. So I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. This is 5 inches wide, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit off the bottom of this so it won't be hanging over the handle. There we go. And then we can trim it up to whatever we want to do. If you want to cut it oval, if you want to, there's more pieces that go with this set as far as oval cutting dies and some other things. But we're just going to use these two for right now. So see the little green light came on that said platform is ready. So let's grab some foil. We're going to use polished brass. And this is Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil. You can use other brands. Just make sure it says hot foil. And there's a little sticky tape there. Get rid of that. And then it's usually better to use a big pair of scissors to cut this with. And you can kind of lay it out and see about how much you need. Spellbinders also makes a very handy little cutting tool. It's a little platform that you put on there, and it has measurements and stuff, and you can cut that. It cuts really well. Mine is somewhere here. Next time we hot foil, I will get that out and we'll use it. Okay, so the platform is ready. That means it's hot enough. The platform is, the plate is hot enough. So we're going to lay down our foil, and it will kind of flatten out there with the heat. You want the pretty side down. You want the foil, you want the hot foil plate with the where you can see the design, so that's going to look up at you. The foil is going to look down at the plate, so that's going to flatten out because that plate is going to push the foil into it. If you do it the other way, you're going to foil your plate. All right, so cardstock we're going to place on top, and this does have grids on it. I don't know if you can see little lines everywhere, so you could kind of measure this as to exactly where you want it. So we're going to lay this on top, and then we have 2 shims here. We have the thin shim, and then we have the spacer pad. So we're going to lay down the thin shim gently, just straight down, and the spacer pad. Try not to move what's underneath. It'd be nice if it had a hinge so you wouldn't have to move that around so much, but just have to be careful. All right, then you're going to push the timer. So there's a little button right here, and it's going to flash, and then it will stay green when it's ready to go. So I don't have any other plates. I don't have any shims, anything in the Spellbinders. And you wouldn't in the Big Shot either. You wouldn't have anything on here. This is what's going to go through there. So it's going to take just a moment. And then when we get through with this, we're going to lay the stencils on top and color it. And then after that, we'll wipe off a little bit that gets on top of that gold foil or bronze foil. And you can really change these designs up by what color foil you use. I mean, you can make it a little more masculine, you can make it more fun, you can, whatever, just by the color of foil. So it'll take just a moment. Put my scissors out of the way here. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay, see it turned green and it's staying green. So gently, with this little handle here, you just pull it straight out. And then put it right here on your Platinum 6. Or whatever machine you're using, and hold that down and then get that going. And you don't want to go really fast, but you don't want to go really, really slow. But that way that heat and that pressure will push that foil into the paper. Sorry for the shaking. And I don't like to go back through because if anything moves, so we'll pull this out. And it's warm to the touch on the bottom, but it's not hot. I mean, I'm holding it just fine. And then what I do is just slide it back in the base, click it in so it can start getting warm again. If you're going to be making multiple cards, this is warm but okay to touch. And then we're just going to peel our paper off. Okay, this is what we have. Our plate is still there and it's hot, so need to leave that alone. All right, now the magic happens. So you get a corner of this, maybe. All right, and then peel it away. And that's what you have. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, gorgeous. So there's a little bit of overfoiling. It's just because. And you can take a little, I think it's called mono eraser. It's a little sand eraser. I don't have one here, which I do need to get one. Usually with the Spellbinder system, the Platinum 6 and the Glimmer machine, I don't have any problems. There's just a little tiny feathering in there, and you just take that eraser and get rid of it. But other than that, I mean, it really, you can't even tell. All right, and then don't throw this away because you can actually use this and get a reverse image. And sometimes those are prettier than the actual first pass through. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this off because we're done with this. We're going to do some stenciling now. So I have if I had a little more room here, I'm trying to get everything into frame. Just going to hold this. And then again, this is a magnet. It will pick this up. And then to release it, just drop it like that. Put this over to the side. Like I said, this is a cooling mat. And it does get pretty warm, that plate. And that's warm. So let me get rid of all of this and we will start doing some stenciling. Okay, I picked out a few colors and then I saw that I had a stack of colors already laid out for another project, so I just brought them all over here. This has 6 stencils, so let's take a look at it and see what is. These are usually numbered. These are not numbered. So how are we supposed to know which one is which? That's not good. Spellbinders, usually there's always a... Oh, there they are. Oh my gosh, you can barely see that. There's a little 6 right down there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Wow. Take a magic Sharpie and just, small write 1, 2, 3 on these because you can... I mean, you see what I couldn't find it. I mean, it's just barely noticeable down there. So yeah, get you a Sharpie and just write 1, 2, and 3 on there. All right, I taped that down with a little bit of actually Spellbinders tape. So you're going to line this one up and you can see, okay, so it's going to do feathers and that feather there. I just want to kind of see what, as far as colors, what it's going to come up with. Okay, it's going to do the lower and then the complete bird there. And that's going to do the other half of that feather. It looks like we're going to move on to flowers. Okay, so that's going to color all the flowers. Then we have... Okay, this is going to be the inside of the flower, so you could actually do that a little darker. And then something with a lot of little dots. Okay, so those little dots, and then the branch that he's standing on. And then we have the leaves. Okay, and then the leaves look like they're all just going to be one color, which you can color them a little different by, you know, a lighter color going over them. We're going to do that. And then around the edges, do a darker color. All right, so let's turn these back over and decide what color our bird's going to be. Decisions. I have some blues here, broken china. I want to do a couple. We could do blue and purple. I mean, it's our bird. We can do whatever we want to do. The body of the bird, broken china. Let's try broken china. We can always go darker. And then the tail feathers, let's do a purple. Let's just see what the what is. All right, I am using iCrafter. These are blender brushes. These are not foam, they're actual brushes. And they are fantastic. And I love the fact that they are color coded for the family color. Just put your little finger in there, but yes, so you could, these are brushes. Very dense little brushes. All right, and these actually, they do stack, so you could stack them on top, and then they make a little clear cap on there. And then for the top one, like I said, there's a clear cap that goes on there, so you don't have one that's exposed. Or you could keep them in this cute little thing. All right, so let's start with number 1. And this is going to be our tail feathers and half of that feather. So I'm going to get a piece of tape here and tack this down. And get that all nice and lined up. Looks pretty good. And I'm just going to tape it right here, and that'll be taped to the paper and to the base, my platform here. So that's not going to go anywhere. All right, so we wanted that part, the purple, and we're going to start off lightly. And then if we need to go darker, and I usually have a scratch piece of paper here to the side just so I can kind of see. Okay, get a little bit of that off. All right, let's go for it. We're just going to lightly go over, kind of see how we do here. And then I'm concentrating. All right, and then if you wanted a little shaded, you come in from the side, add a little color. Let's go this way and shade it a little bit. And then gently go up. And the same thing here. We'll go in from one side, hit it with the darker. And then, since it's hinged like that, you can pull it back and look and see what you think. I'm going to make this one a little bit darker. Okay. See what you think. I'm liking. Okay. Put that back. And just peel that back, and then you can reuse this piece of tape. We'll set that over to the side, and let's go with stencil number 2. Get rid of this. And so what's going to happen, it's going to cover up what you just colored. Get it lined up there. There we go. We'll do that just a smidge. Do that a smidge. Okay. Tape it down just like the other one. For the body, we wanted to use a lighter blue. So do we want, decisions. let's try. Let me see what this one looks like with the purple. You know how I craft? Ooh, I like that. It's kind of a tealy. Let's go with that one. You know how I craft? It's the black pants. Pick out your blouse, then your jewelry and your shoes, and then sometimes, we're going to go over this lightly. And then, if you're not feeling the blouse, so you're going to change it, then you have to change your jewelry and your shoes. I know. Okay. So this is a bigger space here, so you can do some more shading. But we're going to color that in. We did quite a bit on this one. All right, let's go in and see if we can make this dark just with this color instead of adding another color. See, with these daubers being so small, you can be a little more precise. And the picket fence brushes are the same. You have smaller, if I can grab one, and they're different shapes, different sizes, but you can get in there and really do some good shading. I just like these because of the color families. Just makes it a little easier. We're going to blend up a little bit. We're going to do some blending right there where the two wings meet. Okay, then we can pull this back and see what we think. Make it a little darker. Do a little more blending. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I got it off just a little bit so we can fill that in. A little white space there. Careful not to get it on the other. Okay. I'm liking it. All right, so our next one is going to be number 3. We're going to have some flowers to color now. Okay. That one has a little piece there. That's kind of weird. It's not matching up like it should. Okay. And when you match these up pretty much, I mean, you'll be able to see the gold all the way around. Like a little gold border. Like that. You know, if you had your colors planned out, it would go a lot quicker. Okay, and then with this, we could actually do different colors if we wanted to. So I want to do, I know I want to do some peachy. Let's do, since we're going to color the middle, we could do it darker. Let's do this, the dried marigold, and see what it looks like. So this is an orangey. And I clean these off the same way as I do my others. I get a rag and, you know, I go back and forth, round and round, and anyway, get a lot of that off. We'll make sure this isn't contaminated with anything. Okay. So we're going to go in kind of light because we can always add 2. Do we want to do all of them in orange? We could even do a pink one. Decisions. Let's do this big one and see what it looks like. Take a peek. I like it, but I think we need some pink. That's going to do that one. Yep, I think we need some pink in there too. So let's do, peek again at this. That's a bud. All right, let's do this one to kind of even it out a little bit. And we could do, decisions. Let's do this one. Okay, and then we're going to do the other ones in a pink. Yeah, let's do that. We'll try it and see it. If we don't like it, make another one. And I like that though. Okay, take this off. And the next one, and you see, I mean, if you really have your colors planned out and stuff, you can make a card in no time. Hope I didn't color that top part. Go back on there. This little piece up here I didn't color because I thought it was going to be something different. That looks good. Take that down real quick. And probably need a, gosh, I don't know. Let's do this pink. Oh, decisions. I wonder if there's any red left on this one. No, not enough. Okay. All right. Let's do this one lightly. Well, let's do it dark. Let's just go for it. Okay, so that's the top part. And then we're going to do these. We're going to do these in pink too. So we'll do this one. We'll do this one light. I may have to do a little red. Oh, see, this is how I craft. I know. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get a little red out, or a little different color. I'm really liking that. I wonder if there's another. That's picked raspberry. I wonder if there's a different pink. Okay, so we have those colored in. Let's do the next one. So this is going to give us some highlights here. Do some shading. See, usually if you pick one flower and line it up, the rest of them will be lined up. Okay, so we need a darker orange. So we did the marigold, so we need to use the carved pumpkin. So let's go in with this. And here. And here. And then for these little flowers, we could use a completely different color. Make sure that's good and dark. Okay. Let's do that. Do we have a ripe persimmon? Twisted citron. Let's see. We did that blue. So let's do this salvaged, because I didn't use that one. We use these over here, right? Broken china, those. Okay. So let's use this one. Make sure that's cleaned off. Okay, let's do these little flowers here. Plus that will tie it in a little bit. See what's these are so nice because you can get in here these little spots. Okay, and then I need a darker pink or red. Let me grab one. Okay, I found a candied apple. We're going to try that. So it's more on the red side. Let me see here. So we will make it work. Let's see what that looks like. Let's take a peek. Yep, I like it. And we'll do these. Work that in. Take a peek. Yeah, I like that. All right. And we have 2 more to go. So we're going to have these little dots and then the perch that he's on. So what color do we want to do all these little dots? Do we want to do red? Or do we want to bring back some of that blue? Or something totally different? I know. Decisions. I mean, you could go so many different ways. Let's just put this on here. That was a good lineup. Very easy. Okay, while we're thinking about the little dots, let's do his little perch, and we'll just do it in, I always have a vintage photo sitting here, if I can get a hold of it. So, there's a orangey brown, we'll do the black. Make sure there's nothing on there. What I'll do is little limb here. Okay. And real quick. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's just use the red. You can never go wrong with red. We'll just do the little red dots, which some of these will barely show up because of the gold. Oh, and there's a little middle part there. Oh, and then his beak. Like that. I didn't get that one because I was worried about getting his beak. And did I have an orange? We want an orange, or do you want to just do his beak in red? Let's just do his beak in red because not too much of that's going to show anyway. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We're cooking on all the burners. We got one more to go, and that's going to be our leaves. And I'm thinking that twisted citron might be kind of cool. Let's see if it's not too bright. All right. Line these up. I mean, what takes the most time is lining them up. And it really doesn't even take that much time. Just, okay. And let's see what this twisted citron looks like. Do we want to use that? It's going to be bright. Let's go for it. We just won't be so heavy on all of it. And then see, everything else is masked off, so you don't have to worry about it getting on anything else. These stencils are a game changer. If you don't like coloring, even if you like coloring but you need a fast card, I mean, like I said, if I had my colors picked out, we could have done this in half the time. All right, ooh, I like that. Okay, let's go over darker with just a few more. Just every so often we'll, sorry if I'm shaking you. That way we'll give it a little bit of shading. Just kind of go on the ends there. So it's different colors. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So like I said, if you were doing 3 or 4 of these, you had your colors all lined up. I mean, you could knock this out of the park quickly. All right. Gently remove that tape. And then what we'll do is just we'll take a rag and wipe the gold off a little bit. What do I do with my rag? Oh, I need a clean rag. That one may have a little moisture on it. But you'll just wipe it. I mean, that even makes it better. And you'll get some of that ink off the gold, which it really, I mean, you know, it's not bad at all. But I like it. All right, well, let me trim this down and put it back, a border around it, and put it on a card. I'll be right back. Okie doke. I matted it. And, you know, it's one of those things, the little black skirt, different blouses. You know, if you'd put another color behind this, it would make other colors pop, but I liked the green. And I foiled it in blue and pretty much did the same colors. And look how different they are. And then I matted that in purple. And look how different they look. I mean, you may like one, you like, you know, instead of the other. But I think it's gorgeous. But, you know, different foiling, different colors, different shading. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. Ta-da! I love that blue. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this is that goldish. I forget the whatever color it was for sure, but anyway, gold. So there you have it. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. Link them below. Say nice things. If you could, give me a thumbs up so I can be more of a official YouTuber. Anyway, if you have the colors picked out, you know, you could just make these in no time. You could have a completed card probably in 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, truly, you know, run it through the hot foil your Glimmer machine, stencils. I mean, really, if you had everything picked out, ready to go, you could do these quick and have a beautiful card. Add a little sentiment, or don't add anything on here. Do it on the inside. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, and until next time, bye for now.